Today, we are not going to talk about money, we are going to understand the relationship of human beings with money. Because Morgan Housel says, money is not a game of mathematics, it's a game of behavior. How much you earn, when you invest, which stock you choose, all these are secondary things. The primary thing is your patience, your discipline, your fear, your greed, your life decisions, and how you react. The main point of this book is that financial success is not logical, it is emotional. The first lesson of the psychology of money says that every person views money based on their past experience. Someone who has been troubled by inflation prioritizes savings. Someone who has seen a market crash is afraid of equity. Someone who has seen fast growth does aggressive investing. This means that, checkmark, your financial behavior is not logical. Checkmark, it is only the result of your life experiences. Checkmark, that's why no one is crazy. Checkmark, every person takes decisions according to their reality. This is the reason why two intelligent people can have opposite views on the same financial decision. Successful people in the market are not geniuses, they are behaviorally strong. The meaning of the book is, you don't need a money formula or complex strategies. You just need to know how to control your emotions. This includes patience, discipline, long-term thinking, control on fear during crashes, control on greed during bull runs, consistency in savings. Every investor can earn good returns in the market, but only those people are successful who are emotionally stable in the long term. The magic of compounding, and man's biggest mistake. A big lesson from the book is, man underestimates compounding. Compounding is not a quick return system. It grows slow, invisible, and silent. Morgan Housel says, wealth is built slowly. Destruction is fast. People lose patience. If they don't see returns, they break the investment. This is the biggest mistake. In part 1, the author repeatedly explains that, let compounding continue. Don't limit yourself to the short-term movement of the market. Growth will be slow, but it will be steady, meaning your focus should be on growth consistency, not on speed. The importance of saving, behavior more than income. The book has a clear message. How much you earn is not that important. How much you can save is more important. You may earn crores, but if expenses are uncontrollable, financial freedom will never be achieved. Saving does not mean sacrifice. Saving means you are giving security to your future. You will be able to handle uncertainty. You get the freedom to make decisions. You become stress-free. Savings equals freedom. Freedom equals real wealth. This is the core idea of part 1. Understanding luck and risk. The author says, a number of things in finance are outside your control. In the market, when opportunity will arise, when a crash will come, when there will be a bubble, when a recession will come, all this is not in anyone's control. That's why humility in financial behavior is essential. Overconfidence is dangerous. And one point, risk is everywhere, but this does not mean that you should stop investing. It means that, diversify, keep an emergency fund, don't take high leverage out of greed. Plan by considering the future as uncertain, don't ignore risk, walk by understanding risk. Enough. How much money is enough? A subtle but powerful lesson of the psychology of money is, your goal should be enough, meaning you don't need more money than everyone else. You only need as much as can make your life quality stable. Overambition sometimes creates disaster. That's why the author says, the formula for financial success is controlling greed. Final message. Checkmark. The psychology of money is more powerful than money itself. Checkmark. Financial behavior is more important than intelligence. Checkmark. Saving is more important than income. Checkmark. Compounding works with time. Checkmark. Luck and risk are always part of the game. Checkmark. Calm mind in the market equals best investor. Checkmark. Adopt an enough mindset. This is the foundation on which the next parts of the book are strengthened. Dosto. Earlier, we saw that the game of money starts with emotional behavior. Now we will understand the core mindset that makes financial freedom and real wealth building possible. This part tells why people make mistakes with money and what is the practical way to avoid those mistakes. 1. Wealth is what you don't see. Richness is not visible. Morgan Housel says, becoming rich and becoming wealthy are two different things. Rich is one who has a visible lifestyle, big house, luxury car, branded watch, expensive gadgets, flashy lifestyle. But wealth is what is not visible. Bank balance, investments, compounding growth, financial security, emergency cushion, future comfort. This chapter explains a simple truth. Wealth is hidden, richness is visible. When people start showing off, their money goes into consumption, not into investment. The message of the book is, Wealth is created when you quietly save and invest, instead of showing off. 2. The power of financial independence. One of the deepest points of this book is, the real benefit of money is freedom, not luxury. Freedom of what? Which work to do, how many hours to work, under which boss not to work, when to take a break, when to retire, where to live, how to live. Financial independence is not a luxury, it is an emotional comfort zone. That's why the author says, checkmark, don't use bonus income for luxury. Checkmark, use it for freedom. Checkmark, money gives you choice. Checkmark, choice equals real happiness. Happiness is when you control your time. That's why the purpose of saving and investing should always be freedom. 3. You will change in future, so plan for flexibility. This chapter gives people a very practical advice. You yourself don't have an idea of who you will be 10 years from now. Your priorities, needs, desires, health, goals, mindset, all are going to change. So financial decisions should not be rigid. They should be flexible, meaning make a plan, but keep room to change the plan. Keep diversification in investments. Don't depend on a single asset. Keep adjustable plans for your future. The message of the book, checkmark, life is unpredictable. Checkmark, that's why keep a range of possibilities in finances. Checkmark, keep a safety margin. Checkmark, keep an emergency cushion, meaning flexibility equals stability. 4. Nothing is free. Everything in the market has a price. Today, everyone is running after returns in the market. Higher returns, faster growth, bigger gains. But the author says, the price of high return is volatility, the simple rule of the market. Checkmark, return is not free. Checkmark, the price of risk has to be paid. Checkmark, the price of patience has to be paid. Checkmark, the price of temporary losses has to be paid. If you are afraid of a short-term dip, sell in a slight downfall, panic in a crash, then you are not ready to pay the price of high return. According to the book, volatility is a fee, not a penalty. Meaning, if the market falls, don't panic. It is part of the system. 5. Tail events. Most results come from few big decisions. An interesting concept of the book is, 2 to 3 big decisions in your financial life decide 80 to 90% of your results. This is the tail effect. Examples without story. Holding a right asset for the long term, avoiding a major loss, a strong saving habit, an emergency fund, a right diversification, avoiding a big mistake. Morgan Housel says, not everything in finance is average. Few events change your whole life. So focus should be on checkmark, not on daily small gains. Checkmark on long-term big compounding. Checkmark on avoiding big losses. Checkmark on consistency. 6. Reasonable, rational. Practical decisions are best, not perfect. People look for rational decisions in the market. Perfect asset, perfect timing, perfect plan. But the book says, perfect decisions do not exist. You need reasonable decisions, practical decisions, life-friendly decisions. Example, rationally speaking, 100% equity gives the best return in the long term. But reasonably, not every person can mentally handle so much risk. That's why the portfolio should be according to your risk-handling capacity. Decisions against your psychology fail in the long term. The author says, a good plan is the one you can stick to. 7. Survival first. Risk management is the base of wealth. The deepest point of Part 2. Growing wealth is necessary, but surviving wealth is more necessary than that. This means there should be insurance, there should be an emergency fund, debt should be within limits, risky decisions should be limited, avoid leverage, avoid high-risk allocation. If you continue to survive the wealth, growth will happen automatically. The principle of the book, avoiding disaster is more important than chasing returns. 8. Long-term thinking, the only edge. The secret of successful people in the market. Checkmark patience, checkmark consistency, checkmark long-term thinking. In the short term, the world panics. In the long term, intelligent people win. That's why the author says, the most powerful financial plan is staying invested. Final message, checkmark wealth is invisible. Checkmark freedom is the real benefit of money. Checkmark flexibility is the foundation of planning. Checkmark, the price of market returns is volatility. Checkmark, few big decisions change your whole life. Checkmark, reasonable, perfect. Checkmark, risk management is the base of wealth. Checkmark, long-term mindset is the most powerful strategy. Friends, now let's talk about that psychological power of money, which causes the deepest pain and also the biggest victory in our lives, and that is our behavior. Morgan Housel repeatedly says, financial success is not hard science. It's a soft skill. It does not depend on how much you know. It depends on how you react to situations. And this is what we have to understand in this section. How we see money determines our life. You may have noticed, two people earn the same, but one is always worried and the other is calm. Why? This is money psychology. Money is not just a number. Money is an emotion. Fear, greed, insecurity, hope, regret, excitement. Everything is filled in it. Until a person understands what is going on inside them, they will always be dissatisfied even with money. In this section, we understand which psychological mistakes keep us away from financial freedom and which mindset makes us wealthy. The first and most important thing, we all come from different experiences. No two people in this world see money the same way. One who has seen poverty is afraid of losing money as soon as they earn it. One who has never seen financial struggle is not afraid to take risks. One who has seen money grow trusts investing. One who has seen losses every time always views investing with a suspicious eye. Morgan says, people do crazy things not because they're wrong, but because they have different life experiences than you. Therefore, judging someone's investment choice is useless. Every person takes decisions according to their past. We are controlled by short-term emotions regarding money. Why do people lose money in the stock market? Because we apply emotion, not logic. With money, market fell right, pointing arrow fear. Market rose right, pointing arrow greed. Profit happened, right pointing arrow overconfidence. Loss happened, right pointing arrow panic. Morgan says, the issue is not that we don't have emotions. The issue is that we cannot protect ourselves from them. That's why successful investors always keep a distance. They see the market as a business, not as ever-changing emotions. We need control not over money, but over our impulses. Before mastering money, one has to master oneself. Many people connect financial problems with income, but the real problem is not income, it is behavior. Impulsive decisions, unnecessary expenses, fear-based investing, short-term excitement. For example, riding a 20,000 rupee bike and roaming around with a 5 lakh rupee iPhone on EMI. Buying crypto/stock without understanding, just by listening to a friend. Taking a loan to shop at every festival. Saving zero but having the attitude of I will do it later. These are all problems of psychology, not of money. We underestimate the future. One of Morgan's most powerful ideas is, long-term is the most powerful force in finance, but we don't take the long-term seriously. We think, 10 years is a very long time. It is important to enjoy now. We will worry about tomorrow later, but this thinking becomes the biggest regret in the future. To become wealthy, one has to give compounding a chance to work. And compounding works only when you remain stable for a long time. Comparison destroys our financial happiness. Morgan explains, you can never be happy if you are running in someone else's race. Today, social media has made comparison an addiction. Friend bought a new car. Some influencer posted a Dubai trip. Someone is saying they earned 5 lakh a month. Someone posted a screenshot of a 40K profit. We immediately start feeling less about ourselves. But the truth is you don't have to win someone else's race, you have to win your own race. How much someone else is earning changes your future by 0%. We overspend because we want to impress others. One of the most hit lines of the book is, no one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are. Why do we buy expensive things? Because we want people to think we are successful. But the irony is people don't pay attention to what you have, they only see what you consider yourself to be. The biggest secret to becoming wealthy is controlling your expenses. Wealthy people are less visible, but quietly keep getting wealthy. True financial freedom is not money, it is control. Morgan says, the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Quote, freedom means, you are not forced to earn money. You are not stuck in a toxic job just for the salary. You have money for emergencies. You can take decisions without fear. This freedom is the real use of money. We make mistakes in future predictions. How many times have we heard, this stock will be a multi-bagger? Bitcoin will explode now. The market cannot go down. But the truth is no one can predict. Morgan says, history is full of surprises. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So the best way is, diversify, manage risk, play long-term, don't panic. Luck and risk are both unseen characters in your story. We often make two types of mistakes. 1. Copying a successful person. 2. Understanding a lesson by seeing a failed person. But we do not see how big a role luck and risk played in their story. Someone was born in the right place at the right time. Right pointing arrow luck. Someone started a perfect business, but a pandemic came. Right pointing arrow risk. That's why Morgan's golden rule, never judge your success only by outcome. Judge it by your behavior. Enough. Knowing when to stop is the most essential skill. What is the most dangerous thing in the world of money? More. Many people earn crores, but greed destroys them. Enron, Lehman Brothers, big hedge funds, everyone had money, but they didn't have enough. Morgan says, getting money is one thing. Keeping money is everything. Earning money requires skill, but saving money requires humility, fear, and patience. Final mindset. The successful person is the one who controls not money, but themselves. What is the essence of this entire section? Money success equals behavior success. How much you know, right pointing arrow less important. How you behave, right pointing arrow most important. If you control fear, manage greed, keep comparison away, have patience with the long term, control your expenses, and save for the future, then no one can stop you from financial freedom. Friends, now we come to the strongest, most practical, and most life-changing part of this book, which can truly change the way you look at money. Morgan Housel repeatedly highlights one thing throughout the book. Money is not math. Money is a behavior, and the one who changes their behavior changes their future. In this final part, we will understand those mental frameworks, those practical rules, and those psychological habits that can make any normal person financially extraordinary. Wealth is not what you see. Wealth is what you don't see. This is the most powerful learning of the book. Everyone wants to look rich, but looking rich doesn't create money. Wealth is created silently, privately, without showing off. Morgan says, wealth is what you don't see. Luxury cars, expensive phones, branded clothes. This is spending, not wealth. You see someone in a Lamborghini, but you don't see the size of their bank account. This is the most dangerous misunderstanding we all have. Real wealth equals emergency fund, investments, savings, passive income, financial security, freedom, time independence. The things that are not visible, they hold the real power. Saving is more important than income. Many people say, when I earn more, I will save. Morgan says saving is not about income. Saving is about behavior. Many middle-class people do not become millionaires because their income is not low. Their lifestyle grows fast and saving is slow. While many high-earning people also become poor because they convert every earning into an expense. Saving is freedom. Saving is control. Saving is the bridge between today and tomorrow. Reasonable, rational, financial decisions cannot be 100% logical. Why? Because we are human, not robots. That's why Morgan says be reasonable, not rational, meaning your investment strategy should not be perfect. It should only be such that you can follow it for a long time. Therefore, if you are afraid of volatility, right pointing arrow, small but steady investing. If you feel pain from loss, right pointing arrow, safe instruments plus diversified funds. If you don't like the market's ups and downs, right pointing arrow, automate your SEP. The goal is not to maximize returns. The goal is to stay in the game long enough so compounding can work. Nothing is free, everything has a price. Want high returns from the market? Then pay the price. Volatility, fear, waiting, patience, uncertainty. Behind every gain in the market, psychological pain is hidden. Morgan's golden rule. Volatility is not a penalty. It is the admission fee. Most people are afraid of the pain and exit, and those people miss out on long-term wealth. You will change in future, so risk wisely. What we want today, we might see in a completely different way 5-10 years later. That's why Morgan's advice, never risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Meaning, don't put your emergency fund in risky assets. Don't burn your family security in speculation. Don't put what makes your life stable at risk. Don't lose long-term stability for short-term excitement. Before taking a big risk, ask yourself, can I afford to lose this? And if I lose it, will I be mentally able to cope? The real engine of wealth creation is time plus patience. Morgan explains, getting wealthy has little to do with income or returns, and a lot to do with time. Market experts, analysts, genius investors, all on one side, and time plus consistency on the other side. Compounding wins not with smartness, but with consistency. That's why wealth is created. Slow, steady, silent, long-term. Your biggest enemy is your panic. In every crash, there are two types of people. Those who get scared and sell everything. Those who remain calm and stick to their plan. History tells us the second type of people become wealthy. A market crash creates fear, but the same fear gives buying opportunity to the wealthy. Morgan says panic is the enemy of wealth. If you learn to remain calm during a crash, the market will become your slave, not your master. Tail events. The biggest things in the world are created by a few rare events. This is the most shockingly true insight of the book. Morgan says, a few big events drive most outcomes. Meaning, Big bull run of the market, right pointing arrow rare. A big idea, right pointing arrow rare. A big stock, right pointing arrow rare. A lucky decision, right pointing arrow rare. But those rare things change your entire financial future. The same happens in investing. 1. 2 stocks in your portfolio make up all your gains. Therefore, don't over-diversify. Don't show excitement in everything. Give time to some things. Let some things grow. Big wins happen less often in life, but their impact is very big. Creating wealth is a skill. Saving wealth is character. Saving wealth requires fear, a little fear. Humility, lack of arrogance. Low ego, not having the mentality of I know everything. Long-term patience. Silent consistency. Risk awareness. Everyone can win the race to earn money, but very few people win the race to handle money. Financial freedom equals control of time. Morgan's deepest line. The highest dividend money pays is time. Time is the real luxury. Wealth is needed because you can choose your life. You don't take decisions out of compulsion. You can do the work you like. You can give time to your family. You can be stress-free. Time control equals real richness. Everything else is illusions. Final summary. Money is a tool, a problem solver, a future creator. But first of all, it is a psychological game. The bottom line of this whole summary, checkmark wealth is created not by showing off, checkmark. It is created by behavior, checkmark. It is created not by smartness, checkmark. It is created by patience, checkmark. It is created not by taking risk, checkmark. It is created by understanding risk, checkmark. It is created not by beating the market, checkmark. It is created by beating one's own emotions. The person who thinks long-term, controls fear/greed, makes saving a habit, stays away from comparison, understands enough in life, and invests consistently wins the race for financial freedom. Dosto. Earning money is not difficult. The difficult thing is to understand it correctly. And Morgan Housel's book teaches us exactly that money runs not on your education, your intelligence, your job, or your talent, but on your behavior and your mindset. Today in this video, you learned that looking rich is easy, but becoming wealthy is an art. This art belongs to those people who remain calm, who have patience, who give up comparison, who make saving a habit, and whose eyes are not on short-term excitement but on long-term freedom. Because real wealth is not in cars, watches, brands, followers. Real wealth is in peace of mind, security of the future, and control over your time. If starting today you understand money, change your mindset, improve your behavior, and take small decisions wisely, then in the coming years you will live the life you always desired. Remember, money is a game. And the one who conquers their emotions becomes the real winner of this game. Friends, I hope that these deep learnings of the psychology of money will help change your financial journey. If you liked the video, then please like, comment, and subscribe, because on this channel, every week we bring the deepest and truest summaries of the world's best finance books. We will meet again with a new book, a new learning, and a new transformation. Thanks for watching. And remember, your future is made by your decisions today.